Porsha Williams and Simon Guida's messy divorce is what you get when two super petty people get married. Because child, these two have been at it for a hot minute now, and it does not look like it's going to end well anytime soon. It's crazy how these two managed to convince us that they were hopelessly in love with each other and that they were going to love each other, but they got divorced in less than a year and a half. And girl, when I tell you that things have been a hot mess ever since. I'm not joking, Simon has been accused of being a scammer and a fraud, but it looks like he is now flipping the script on Porsha because he just accused Porsha and her mom of being scammers and putting on a fake front for the cameras if y'all thought that the divorce was going to be settled peacefully. Child, y'all have no idea how messy this is about to get, so let's break this down. If you've been keeping up with this whole divorce mess, then you know this isn't the first time these two have been throwing shade at each other, honestly. It's like they both thrive off of being petty, so we shouldn't be shocked by anything at this point, unless be-real people aren't exactly rushing to feel bad for Porsha. She got with Simon while he was supposedly still married to his ex Fallon, who by the way was pretty much friends with Porsha before all this drama popped off. So yeah, the situation's messy, and the fans aren't having it. When she first filed for divorce, Simon clapped back at her, accusing her of being a gold digger who only married him because he was rich. In his filing, Simon asked her to admit or deny that their prenup was unfair and unreasonable. In addition, he asked for her to admit or deny that she married the respondent for his money. He also made some other claims about how Porsha never loved him, how she cheated on him in the marriage, how she blindsided him with the divorce, and other stuff. According to reports, other questions included asking her to admit or deny she filed for divorce without telling him, whether she cheated on him during the marriage, or whether she was intimate with another person during their union. He asked Porsha to admit or deny that she was never in love with him. Simon also asked Porsha to answer, "What was your understanding of the reasons why your husband paid you a 5-figure monthly allowance during the marriage?" So it looks like a big part of Simon's bitterness stems from the fact that he spent a ton of money on Porsha throughout their marriage, only for her to walk away without a second thought when things ended. But here's the thing, just because Simon's throwing out these claims doesn't automatically mean that it's true. I'm not saying he's lying, but we do need to stay open-minded and take things with a grain of salt in situations like this. On top of that, Simon threw out some serious accusations hinting that Porsha may have cheated on him during their marriage. He even named a couple of men he suspects she had some kind of inappropriate relationship with, according to the court documents. Simon asked her to explain the nature of her relationship with a man named Kelvin, her ex Dennis McKenna, and another man named Jonathan. His request also asks, explain the nature of your relationship with Nadus. Cash, professionally known as Future, we were straight up blindsided by the accusation about Porsha and Future because it was random. They don't even roll in the same circles or have any mutual friends, and there's not a single picture of them together, so the idea that they could have allegedly had an affair right under our noses without anyone finding out about it is crazy. Now, we all know Future isn't exactly known for being a saint. He's out here living his best life, juggling multiple women at once, so the idea of him getting involved with a married woman isn't exactly shocking. But the thought of him and Porsha allegedly getting it on, that's wow. However, multiple sources close to Porsha are shutting down the rumors claiming Simon is just trying to slander her, they said. Porsha does not know Future. If there's one thing we know about Porsha is that she's not the type to let disrespect slide. So, when Simon came for her, she didn't waste any time clapping back. She went straight for the jugular, accusing him of having ED. For those who might not be familiar with the term ED, it stands for erectile dysfunction. Basically when a man can't get it up, if you know what. I mean, anyway, who Porsha wrote ED, she went on to share a screenshot about ED that said, "How does a man feel when he has ED? It is common for men with ED to feel anger, frustration, sadness, or lack confidence. However, the condition could be treated. Anxiety and stress are common emotional responses, but one qualitative study found that actually the most commercial reaction was a sense of emasculation, men's health awareness." She was basically saying that the reason Simon was acting so salty was because he was dealing with the side effects of ED. And that's some nasty business. She then wrote, "Things you can do to help with erectile dysfunction: lose weight if you're overweight, stop smoking, eat a healthy diet, exercise daily, try to reduce stress and anxiety." Simon clapped back with, "If I don't allow witches in my life, my angel would not have to work so hard." He also wrote, "The narrative changed from imminent deportation and fleeing the country to Dubai to broke and selling luxury cars, waiting for the next narrative. The next narrative has arrived, ED. Wife for the street." He then accused her of defaming him, saying, "This railroad 26/5 day just does not get it. There are consequences for making inflammatory and defamatory statements. Get your coins together. You're going to need every dime to defend what's coming." A woman that has a history of coming? For the manhood of every ex peddling same old narrative and tricks, unfortunately, you met the right one. Railroad, 265 days. Married, 453 days. Child, it's a never-ending battle between these two. And it just got worse because Simon is now trying to rewrite the narrative and spin the story to paint Porsha and her mom as the villain, calling them out for being scammers. He went off on them on IG. And to nobody's surprise, it got messy really fast. He started off by slamming them for using his Rolls-Royce in the upcoming season of the show, saying, "Why is my 2021 Rolls-Royce ghost in the RHOA Season 16 official trailer? I distinctly recall my attorney sending a CESA desist to prevent filming my car without my consent at Bravo TV. We need to have a conversation." He also claimed that he was going to be exposing Porsha and her mom for defrauding. He wrote, "ROA Season 16 is going to be so much fun exposing the family. Let's head back to Costa Rica, Mom, and see who is defrauding. And scamming will make receipts available publicly." He then threatened a lawsuit, writing, "I keep trying to avoid this ungrateful family like a plague, but they keep coming back. My name is not Cordell Stewart. I fight back with fat, you can bet on it. The real fraudsters will be exposed. Looks like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree after all. The audacity of this family is truly unbelievable. Call your lawyers and find the quickest exit from this catastrophic narrative you keep coming up with. It will continue to be costly to all parties concerned. Shaking my darn head." He then accused Bravo of helping Porsha play him out to be the villain in the story, saying, "And here comes Bravo, a subsidiary of Comcast and NBC Universal, actively enabling and supporting a narrative that's legally shielded by a prenup confidentiality clause. How reckless for a $167 billion enterprise." Now, we don't know what exactly is in the prenup, but it looks like there might have been something of an anti-defamatory clause or something in it. We've seen it happen in a lot of celebrity divorces, so it wouldn't be exactly out of the blue. Plus, Simon is making it look like Porsha's hands aren't exactly clean, and she has been throwing stones against him, while doing the same thing allegedly, and given how petty Simon is, y'all can believe that it's only a matter of time before he comes out with all the tea, and y'all can bet that it's going to be messy, AF fans commented. "Honestly, I think both of them are scammers. They deserve each other. Listen, they scammed each other. She with that body, he with his material wealth. They met. Simon is bitter and mad because he's not used to being left. He usually is the one leaving women. I don't feel bad for either one of them, but this other person thinks that Simon is just bluffing, seeing if Simon had damning information on Porsha's mama, don't you think he would have used it already or threatened her publicly with it before now? He knows Porsha's family has a huge legacy in the Atlanta area, so he would have tried blackmail Porsha, who loves her mother dearly, to get what he wants. After all, he is a proven scammer. This is a lot of drama, but y'all, drop their thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.